Before the answer arrives, there's a sentence trying to form. Before certainty, there's a margin. We don't learn by collecting statements. We learn by connecting them, by seeing how one idea leans on another, how a thought was shaped before it reached us. Learning happens when text leaves room for curiosity to enter. Text helps us learn when it shows its workings. Text helps us think when it doesn't pretend to be final.
We circle ideas, we revisit them. We hold two things at once and wait for something to click.
Text becomes powerful when it respects that process, when it allows layers, when it supports comparison, when it gives us somewhere to put unfinished thoughts without losing them. Thinking extends with external memory. Text is how thought learns to breathe outside the mind.
Communication isn't transmission.
It's alignment.
It's not about sending meaning.
It's about meeting it.
Text does its best work when it understands the reader exists.
Not as a target, but as a collaborator.
When it says,
this is what I mean,
this is where I might be wrong,
and this is where you might continue. That's not weakness,
that's respect.
Text helps us learn. Text helps us think.
Text helps us speak across time to people we'll never meet.
And this is where citations matter.
Not as decoration,
Not as obligation,
but as honesty.
a citation says I didn't make this alone.
It says this idea has a history,
It gives credit not just to authors,
but to thinking itself.
without sources, ideas float free, impressive but ungrounded.
With citations, ideas gain gravity. A citation is a doorway,
A chance to go deeper.
a way to say,
If you want to understand this, here's where it grew. Knowledge isn't a pile of facts, it's lineage of conversation across decades, disciplines and disagreements. Citations make that conversation visible. They allow us to trace influence, challenge assumptions, and build without erasing those who came before. They protect learning from turning into performance. Citation isn't constraint, it's generosity. It's text saying, you deserve to know where this came from. Great text doesn't present conclusions.
it supports exploration.
That structure enables freedom.
That clarity survives.
Longer than cleverness.
That when text remembers its sources,
It becomes trustworthy, and when it becomes trustworthy,
it becomes usable.
for learning, for thinking, for building what comes next. Citations reminds us that ideas are shared territory, that meaning is earned, that learning is us, not just me. It's how text says I'm part of something larger than myself. Text helps us learn when it shows its roots. Text helps us think when it keeps its structure. Text helps us communicate when it treats understanding as a shared responsibility. So I trust text that leaves a trail. I trust ideas that can be followed home. Because the future of text isn't just what it says, it's how carefully it shows where it came from, its history.
nature of text is how text can expand. Sometimes a thought arrives as almost nothing, a line, a fragment
Noted down on a note you could lose in a pocket.
But when text is given space,
Real space, that note can expand and connect.
it can extend outward, connect to others.
Become part of a structure you can walk around in space. Text becomes sculpture, built from sentences held together by citations, shaped by attention.
A single line can be a foundation. Over time, meaning takes form.
Not stacked as pages, but assembled as